Hey, before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more real-life stories. And let me know your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what you would have done in my shoes. I still remember the moment everything went wrong. My thumb hovered over the cancel reservation button for our 10-year anniversary dinner, my stomach twisting into knots. I didn't text her. I didn't warn her. I told myself it was for the best. Just this once, I'd handle things. It would all be fine. But nothing about that night was fine. It started innocently enough. Work had been brutal. Endless calls, meetings bleeding into each other. I told myself she'd understand. I figured a rain check on dinner would be harmless. But by the time I got home, there was that look in her eyes, sharp questioning, the kind that pierces your chest before you even realize what's wrong. "Where's our reservation?" she asked casually, but I could hear the tension underneath. My chest tightened. My mind raced. I muttered some excuse about a work emergency, but even as the words left my mouth, they sounded hollow. Over the next few days, subtle things began to unsettle me. I noticed her phone lighting up with notifications she quickly hid. She'd get calls and step out, then return, forcing a smile that didn't reach her eyes. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I'd been too distant, too distracted. But deep down, an uneasy knot began to form. One evening, I stayed up later than usual, scrolling past our old photos on my phone. Pictures of us laughing in a tiny cafe in Paris. Messy pancakes on Sunday mornings, sleepy smiles in the living room. My chest ached. And then a message popped up on my lock screen. Not meant for me. It wasn't romantic. Exactly. But the tone, the familiarity, the subtle intimacy, it made something inside me freeze. My fingers shook as I unlocked the phone, my mind trying to rationalize. "Maybe it's nothing," I whispered to the empty room. But deep down, I knew it wasn't nothing. The following week, the unease grew. She was quieter, more reserved. I noticed little changes. Her perfume subtly different, her schedule suddenly more flexible, her laughter slightly off when she thought I wasn't paying attention. I felt a creeping paranoia. But I also questioned myself. Was I imagining it? Maybe I'd built a story in my head, one that didn't exist. Then I saw it. I shouldn't have. A text notification, left open on the counter, an accidental reveal. I froze, heart hammering. I read the messages slowly, as if by prolonging the moment, I could somehow reverse it. And there it was. Months of hidden conversations, a connection I had never been part of, promises and laughter that weren't meant for me. I felt sick. Betrayal clawed at me in waves. Anger, disbelief, sorrow. How could I have missed this for so long? And yet, beneath the rage, a small, twisted part of me felt guilty. Had my silence, my distraction, my careless cancellation of one seemingly minor anniversary dinner driven a wedge that made this possible? When she came home that night, I didn't greet her. I waited, trembling, stomach twisting in knots, until she finally looked up, suspicion written all over her face. "Why are you so quiet?" she asked. "I know," I said simply, my voice low, broken. She froze. I watched as her eyes widened, panic flashing briefly, followed by guilt. She tried to speak, but the words fell flimsy, rehearsed. It's not what you think," she whispered. But I'd already seen enough. I told her everything I had discovered, every text, every lie, every moment that had now felt like a betrayal of us. The room was thick with tension, the silence screaming louder than any words could. She cried, and so did I. Two adults realizing that love could be strong but fragile, and that trust, once fractured, doesn't heal overnight. I felt anger, yes, but also heartbreak. I remembered our first dance, our shared dreams, our quiet nights just holding hands. And now, that memory, once warm, felt tainted like smoke curling through a sunny window. We talked for hours, truth spilling between us. She explained, confessed, justified. I listened, sometimes angry, sometimes numb. I realized then that love isn't about perfection. It's about choice. And the choice had been broken. Eventually, I made mine. I left, not with a shout, not with fury, but quietly, painfully, because I couldn't look at her the same way again. I packed my life into a few boxes, each one heavier than the last, carrying the weight of love and loss. Driving away, I didn't look back. I let the memories fade gently, though the ache remained. I learned that sometimes self-respect demands distance, that silence can protect you, and that betrayal, while devastating, can also awaken strength you never knew existed. I won't lie, it hurts, but I know I'll heal. I'll remember the lessons without drowning in bitterness. And maybe one day, I'll look back on us without pain, just the echo of what was and the hope of what's still ahead. If you've ever been in a situation like this, or have thoughts on what I did, share them in the comments below. I'd really like to hear your side. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more stories that pull you into the raw reality of love, betrayal, and everything in between.